Done.
Is it done? Right, got this thing finished off, ready to put on the stand almost, having some dramas with pulleys not lining up and this sort of business. Looks pretty good, looks the business, doesn't it? What do you think?
Yeah, cool.
Good. But before I can put it on, I need to start and run this old big block. Put the coil on, got the belts on, got an alternator sitting there so the water pump can turn at least. But got to take the lid off this thing and switch the tack from 6 to 8 cylinder because it did have a couple of 6-cylinder engines on. I wish it had a switch on the outside. And the switch. Shit.
Can I go on board?
Yeah, you can go. The switch is in there. Hang on, before you go, I've got to take this out. I did it before because default, by default, they're set up on 8-cylinder. I'm just waiting for the starter motor that had a problem. An auto Alex got that and he's looking at it. Radiator's full of coolant. Fans all wired up. Yeah, the wiring doesn't look that tidy, but for running the engine I don't think it matters so much. This radiator hose is quite interesting because I mounted the motor too close to the radiator, which means I've made bits out of exhaust pipe and all sorts of stuff. But it's holding coolant well, which is good. New brass Welsh plugs, everything's done. Just got to wait till I get that starter motor back and ready to crank it up. This was a spare motor I bought for the Galaxy. I ended up using a whole lot of bits and pieces off it. Rounded rocket covers and the external oil filler and all this sort of stuff. It's 30 thousandths over at 396 cubic inch. Bores are absolutely beautiful in it. The thing's really, really nice internally. This has had new rings, bearings, gaskets and timing chain and so forth put through it. I haven't changed the water pump. I think it's got a bit of a squeak in there. And I haven't changed the fuel pump, which turned out that it isn't working properly, so I've just had to hook up an electric one down there next to the tank. The problem is, one fault, it's got a broken ear off there, and also the bell housing's got a small crack in it, which can be drilled and re-welded. This is out of a 65 Galaxy. The C4AE heads, which are the big 4V heads on it, but it's only got a 2V manifold because I took the 4V one off and stuck it on the car. So we'll crank it up. We need to run it in, but that can be done in a car so the rings can be bed in and so forth. Or the water pump making that noise. It runs absolutely beautifully. It's all looking good. Everything's still over there. Getting ready to take the engine off here. And I'll tell you what, I can't control this trolley. I lubricated the wheels before I put it together. And it is so difficult to steer. You can imagine clearing this car and painted. As the old saying goes, if you want it done right, do it yourself. Because this is really unsatisfying. I can't even steer it, it's useless. rather than taking all this stuff off, make a couple of dollies and use this as a stand just to mount under there, and that'll keep it from toppling over and holding up the back of the bell housing up with this. You can see, now this engine here is a full, well over 100 pounds heavier than that thing, and I've got no problem at all steering it. It is heavy, but it's far more manoeuvrable than that stupid thing. Righto then, see you later.